Good day, everyone. Jerisha Hawk here. I'm an income strategist, and I help service-based business owners develop a signature service and learn how to sell it consistently. Today, we're going to be talking about the 3 primary reasons why you're not getting the results that you desire or the results that you expect from the coaching program or maybe the coaching course that you're in, and also talk about what you can be doing differently right now and just what to do in the future to make sure that you don't run into this issue again. So as you guys are popping on live or catching this in the replay, thanks for joining. And one thing I'd love for you guys to do is just to pop in the comments and let me know. Have you been in a coaching program or in a course where, you were in it and you were not getting the results that you expected or thought that you would be getting? And just let me know if that's been something that you've personally experienced before, just so we can kind of get a poll of kind of where you're at and who the audience is. Hi, Rosalind. Hey, Camilla. Hi, Anita. Hey, Jasmine. So just let me know, have you ever been in a program where, you signed up, you were super excited, but then you didn't actually get the results that you were hoping and looking for to get? Like, let me know if you have experienced that before. So the biggest thing when it comes to this, so I think a lot of us, we understand and we realize that, hey, as you're building a business, you're trying something new for the first time, maybe you're familiar with the service that you're going to be providing, but maybe you don't know how to sell it or you don't know how to market it, or there's some gap that exists between where you are and where you want to be. So you decide that you need to go out and get the education to support you with growing and building your business. So you decide to either enroll in a course or hire a coach to help you bridge that gap. Like, all of us have been there. Or maybe you're on the verge of getting there right now in your business. And there's a lot of the time we will enroll in these programs and understand, why am I not getting the results that I want? We really don't know what the real reason is. Also, some of you guys have never been in a coaching program before. So when I say a coaching program or a course, maybe I'm going to talk to the expectations of either you hiring a one-on-one coach, or you're enrolling in an actual coaching program, or you're enrolling to be in some sort of educational course to help you grow and build your business, and to help you grow in that capacity. So that's what we're going to be speaking about today, because this is something that I have personally run into with clients, with personal clients of my own, or something I have run into where I have purchased a program or purchased something, and I was in it and I didn't get the results that I thought I was going to be looking for. So I wanted to talk about what this is and kind of what you need to be doing differently. But the first reason that I have noticed from my clients of why they will enroll in a program and not get the results that they want is, one, that they're in the wrong program. And this is something that's kind of hard to recognize once you're already in it. And really, it's really about, it's twofold. So there's things that a business owner should definitely be doing to make sure that they are validating and qualifying their students before they allow them to enroll in a program. And depending on the type of program they're selling and the price point of it and the level of high touch points that you get with the facilitator, people do this in different capacities. But the number one reason why most people are not getting the results they want from the coach or from the program or course that they're in is because they're in the wrong thing. They bought the wrong thing. And this typically happens so we'll talk about consumer perspective first, and then we'll talk about the provider perspective, because I know that a lot of you guys here are individuals who sell services, and a lot of us here are individuals who buy programs and hire coaches. So from a client perspective, sometimes when we are in our business, we don't understand what we actually need to get the result that we're looking for. So that we may know or feel a pain point when it comes to our business or not getting the growth that we want, but we don't know why we're not getting the result that we desire. So we will start listening things, researching things online, trying to figure out, okay, I have this problem. Really, what is the real problem of what's going on? And then what is that potential solution? So the biggest reason for a lot of individuals is, first and foremost, they don't know what problem they have, or they don't know what's causing their problem. And when you don't know what's causing the problem or being the bottleneck in your business, it makes it very difficult for you to actually hire the thing that will help you get the results that you're looking to experience in your business. Is this making sense for everybody? So people will come to me saying, Jay, I'm in my business right now. I'm trying to sell my services. I need more leads so I can make more money. I need to grow my email list so I can make more money. And they may think that the email list is the problem that's holding them back from getting the financial income that they desire to experience. But the main reason why they may not be able to attract leads is really because they don't have a clear offer. They don't know what they're actually trying to sell. There's no clarity around the service they're providing. So when they go out there and start communicating it, it's not attracting the right type of people. And that's really the issue. It's not that they need to go grow their email list or learn how to get better with email marketing. But the real problem is like your offer sucks. You need to get better at actually communicating that more clearly, more concisely into one specific person. So you see here how sometimes we can misdiagnose our problem. You go on WebMD and you think you're about to die when you got a cough, and you will go out and try all these medicines and all these things when you are the one, you're misdiagnosing what your problem is. So then when you go buy a program or hire a coach or enroll in a quote unquote solution and wonder, okay, I'm doing all these things, why am I not getting the result? It's because you're using the wrong medicine for the illness that you have. You're applying the wrong medicine for the problem that you have. So you misdiagnose the problem. So this is a huge thing as business owners. If we are looking to go hire resources, this is why it is so important for us to really understand what is causing the problem that you're experiencing in your business, so you can actually make sure that you're hiring and investing in the right solution to help you move the needle for where you're at. So that's one thing from a client perspective. Another is sometimes, so that's the biggest. Now from a provider perspective, from me being a business coach and me offering training and education, and then allowing students or bringing on clients that are really not a good fit. As business owners, it is so important for us to make sure that we are qualifying our leads before we allow them to purchase from us. And as business owners, some of us run into the issue of selling out of desperation. Like we're just so eager to I just need to get a sale. I don't care who I have to work with. Or we'll barter or downgrade our services or downgrade the price point of what it is that we're selling just so we can get a yes. We're so desperate to get a yes that we'll end up working with anybody. This is a really, really big problem, because then you will be enrolling students or enrolling clients to work with you who are really a non-ideal fit for the program that you have and the result that you're looking to help somebody achieve. And then they're in the program, their energy sucks, and then they end up not getting the result or not experiencing the transformation. And what I've noticed from a lot of service providers, it really damages their ego and it damages their confidence sometimes, because it's I'm doing all these things, this person isn't getting the results. WTF, what's wrong? They never probably should have been in the program in the first place. So this is, I think, from both perspectives, is one, as the buyer, as the client, as the customer, we have to do a better job of diagnosing what our actual problem is, so we can make sure that we're purchasing the right solution for the problem that we have. And then two, from a provider perspective, from a business owner perspective, we need to do a better job of understanding who was our program for, who was our program not for, and making sure that we are qualifying leads before we take any money from them. Because bringing on clients who are non-ideal fits is never fun. So that's probably the first number one reason. You're either in the wrong program or you enrolled the wrong client. The second reason why you're not getting the results you want from a coaching program or a coach or a course is your level of commitment. So now I'm talking to the customers and the clients and the consumers. A lot of individuals, they are not committed, and that's what's causing them to not get the result that they want. That's it. People say, and it's amazing how many people will go out and buy a coach or hire a coach, pay for a coaching program, enroll in a course, and never actually do the work that's in the course, right? And I did a poll in my Facebook group. There's been so many people, and even in my community, who have bought education or hired somebody, but then they weren't really actually committed to doing what was required to get the result of what that program promised. So then they'll blame the program. They'll say, oh, that didn't work. Oh, that coach wasn't nothing. Did you ever show up though? It's well, no, I wasn't really showing up, but it didn't work for me. Well, it didn't work for you because you didn't do the work to make it work for you. And this is a huge thing that a lot of the time we are not showing up to get the results that we want to experience. Just because you hire a coach does not mean your solution is now solved. Like, that's just the first step. And that individual's coach's role is to help guide you along the journey. They're the shepherd to help accelerate your progression. They're the shepherd to help support you along the journey. But if you are not doing the work, if you are not walking, that individual cannot guide you. You guys understand what I'm saying here? So this is a really, really big thing. Like, if I look at my clients and my students, the ones who've gotten the best results out of any program, they show up. They lean into our community. They're willing to say, hey, I'm stuck. I need help. And then, and as a service provider, as a coach, as an educator, I can only hold you accountable to the level that you hold yourself accountable. I cannot hold you accountable beyond the threshold of what you hold yourself and how you view yourself and how you view your own accountability to your self-integrity, to what you committed to. So people will tell me all the time, well, Jay, I need more accountability in your program. Like, I need you checking up on me. I'm like, bro, you're not even checking up on yourself. I am not a babysitter. I am not a handholder. Like, this is not like daycare. I can't force you to rise to the potential that I see in you. I can't force you to do that. You have to show up, and then I can guide you to it. You have to get in the boat, and then I can start rowing with you and teaching you how to move and sail through the ocean. But if you don't get on the ride with me, if you don't buckle in and say, Jay, I'm all in, I can't be all in for you more than you're all in for yourself. And I think this is a really, really big thing, because it takes having a level of like honesty with yourself to say, why am I really not getting the result? And it's like, have you not been doing the work? And if you have been doing the work, have you been speaking up when you need support? The coach, the provider can't read your mind. And like, we are not bugaboos either. At least I'm not that type of coach. I am not hand-holding. Like, I am not a bugaboo. I am not the one who will be blowing up your DM saying, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? Like, why? I will show up for those who show up for themselves. And I can only hold you accountable to the level of accountability that you hold yourself. So that's a really big thing. Like, an understanding of, you're the type of person who is not 100% committed to your business. How can you expect the person you hire or the program that you purchase to be more committed to your business than you are? So that's a really big thing. The thing that I'm learning as a service provider is sometimes, a lot of the time, I can see the potential in my students to where there can be. I can see the potential. I can help them. I can see for them what they cannot yet see for themselves sometimes. And I can help them see beyond where they currently know is reality. I can see where they're going. But the issue is sometimes is, oh, girl, she said that's a master, not a coach. Girl. Ooh, that was a word right there. That was a word right there, Miss Brown. She brought the fire. Y'all not no slaves. I ain't no master. Okay. Oh, girl, that was a good one. I don't even know what I was saying on that note. Like, that threw me all the way off. But as a service provider, so a lot of the time I can help people see beyond what they currently know as reality for themselves. I can see the potential to where they can go. Sometimes that client never actualizes and believes in the potential that maybe somebody else can see in them, so they never rise to the occasion. And this is something that I'm learning how to get better at, because again, that's one of my gifts, is when a client comes to me, or we're on a phone call, or I'm qualifying them before enrolling them on my program. Like, I'm very honest. I'll tell somebody, like, no, this program is not for you. You probably should enroll in something else, or let me refer you to somebody else who can serve and support you for where you're at. Like, I don't just bring on anybody who can afford me or who wants to work with me. But God has definitely anointed me with a gift in being able to see potential in people beyond where they're currently at. But then sometimes I will enroll clients in a program because of the potential that I can see that they can grow to, and then they never rise to the occasion. They never rise to the potential that they don't believe it. And because they don't have a belief in that the end result is something that they're able to achieve, they never get on board and fully commit to actually enjoying the ride and doing the work that's required to get there. And that's a huge thing. So the second reason why you're not getting the result that you want from your coach or from the coaching program or from the course is your level of commitment to actually getting the result, like in doing what's required. A lot of us have unaligned, this goes into my third point. The third reason why you're not getting the results you want is because of unaligned expectations. A lot of people will ask me, well, Jay, this is what I want in my business. Is it possible? And I always tell people your goals are never unrealistic. I don't think any goal is unrealistic to achieve. But the thing that people go wrong, or the thing people miss the step, is they have unaligned expectations with what is required of them to get that result. So the other day, somebody reached out and was like, Jay, I'm trying to grow my business. I want to develop a signature service, but it's taken too long. I'm like, well, how long you been in the game? They like, I've been doing this for 2 months. I'm like, all right, and what's your income goal? I'm trying to make $15,000 a month. I'm like, okay, have you hired anybody yet? Like, have you enrolled in a coaching program? I hired a coach to help accelerate. If you want to get a result in a shorter time frame than what like the industry norm is, have you hired somebody to help accelerate that process for you? No. Okay. So I understand too that you can invest in Facebook ads or paid advertising to help grow what currently exists. Like, do you already have an offer down? No. Are you willing to spend money on paid advertising? No. I'm like, and they're like, well, is my goal unrealistic? I said, your expectations about what's required to get that goal is unrealistic. Is it unrealistic to make that happen in 2 months? No. But there's things that are required in order to make that happen. Like, people be thinking they can just earlier today, I was with my homegirl, Nikki. Nikki, I'm about to put you on blast real quick, but it's all in love. We were at Ulta, and she's saying, like, my face been breaking out, Jay. I got to get some better face products. I'm like, well, I went and showed her, like, we were walking around Ulta, and I was showing her the products I use. Like, one of my favorite, I'm like, well, are you washing your makeup off? She let me know she's not washing her makeup off before she goes to bed, that she needs a better cleanser, and she needs an exfoliator. So I go and I'm showing her the products. And like, I'm like, for exfoliation, I use the Mia 2, like, you know, that Clarisonic brush by Mia, by Clarisonic, the Mia 2 brush. And I use the Roth Thomas Peter, like, peeling, like, exfoliator. And both of those things, that peeling scrub is like $60. And the Mia 2 is like, I don't know, $150. And she looking at me like, Jay, I ain't about to buy that. I'm like, bro, if you want flawless skin, you got to invest in a higher level product sometimes. She's like, no, let me see what Ulta got. And like, Ulta had that little cleansing brush that didn't vibrate. That's like, it's manual, and it was like $20. And she's like, is this even gonna work? I'm like, bro, you asking to have the J-Lo glow without investing in the J-Lo glow products to help make that glow possible. And it's like, sometimes, and I'm just saying that to be funny, because I think a lot of times in beauty, we will try to go get the cheap product, wondering why we not getting like the J-Lo makeup look or the red carpet look. It's like, bruh, you like, we're buying the cheapest products. It's not going to have the same level of quality when you apply it. But whatever. But it just goes back to say, even in business, you have to have aligned expectations, not only with what your goal is, but getting very clear on, are you willing to do and follow the process to get that result that you're looking to get. And going back to the commitment level, when you guys enroll in a program or enroll in a course or hire a coach, if you do not trust the process, you have to trust the process. You have got to trust the process. And hopefully you've, like, enrolled, like, this is why with services that sell specifically, I drip my content. I don't allow my students to skip ahead, because things are in order for a reason. They build upon each other. And if you try to skip around, which will knock off, like, you can expect that I'm going to skip step 2, 7, and 9, but I'm still going to get to 10. Can it happen? Yes. Will it make it more difficult to get there? Absolutely. So a lot of the time is we have unaligned expectations around what's required to get that result. And that's what knocks us off from actually ever experiencing the result. Or we have, and I'd say the other caveats, the expectations, is about how long it will take to make it happen. And everybody, like, a lot of us have to remember, when you are building a business, you guys are literally creating something out of nothing. It did not exist before you had the idea in your head. It did not exist. So for individuals who are like, well, Jay, I want to birth this new business. I want to create something new. Nobody knows that I do this. Nobody knows that I offer it. I haven't done it for anybody else yet. And you want to get these results. It's like you have to realize that you are dealing with human beings. And basic level interaction with humans is that you have to build trust and build rapport before somebody will believe in you enough to pay you, make that energetic exchange of paying you money to help them get a result for themselves. And it takes time to build rapport. It takes time to even figure out what you're even selling to then go build rapport in relation or in alignment with the thing that you're actually selling to get them to actually purchase from you. There's something called a sales cycle. There's something called the moment from where somebody discovers you and they go on the client journey to being able to go from, I don't know what my problem is, I don't know what my solution is, to getting into a point where it's like, I know what my problem is, I know what my solution is, and you're the one that can give me that solution. That takes time. And a lot of individuals don't like the fact that a sales cycle exists or are completely unaware of what the sales cycle is for themselves and their business. So you have unaligned expectations with how long it will take you to build trust and build rapport and communicate the value that you offer to a complete stranger, and then them be able to give you their credit card information and pay you to help them experience a transformation. Is that making sense? So that expectation piece is twofold. The expectation of what's really required of you to get the result, and then you being the expectation of the amount of time that it may take for you to get there. And every single one of us has a very unique and different journey in the sense that what I may have been able to accomplish or do in my business in a certain time frame may not be the same for you. Why? Because we have different paths. We have different walks. Like, is it possible for you to experience results at a faster pace than somebody else? Yes. But just because it may take you longer doesn't mean that you're doing things wrong. Like, we all are running our own race. Like, our journeys are completely and uniquely individualized for every single person who's listening and hearing this. So we have to get out of the comparison game to say, well, she did it in this amount of time. Well, are you doing are you one, you don't know what God put on her or the work that she's done before she got to this point that you see her running now. You don't know what really she's doing behind the scenes to make all of this happen. And it's also, so we have to get out of the comparison game and stop comparing our step 1 to somebody else's step 6, or start comparing our year 1 to somebody else's year 10 in business. We have got to make sure that we are on our own path. But just to quickly recap, again, the 3 reasons why you're not getting the results you want from the coach you hired or the coaching program or course that you invested in. 1 is you might be in the wrong course. You might be in the wrong program, because you misdiagnose what your actual problem is. So the thing that you bought may be a solution, but it may not be the solution to your problem. 2nd is your level of commitment. So are you showing up and doing, not only just doing the work, but it's interesting with entrepreneurs, we're unicorns, y'all. We're just a unique breed of human beings on this planet. We are just a unique breed. And the thing that I've learned about entrepreneurs is non-entrepreneurs, regular entrepreneurs compared to mere mortals, we need more support than anybody else, because we're walking differently, we're leaping more often, we're taking more risk more often. We need more support than the average human being. But the big caveat to that is most entrepreneurs, even though we need more support than anybody else, we also have a much more difficult time of communicating the support that we need. We have a very hard time asking for the support and then being able to receive that support once it's being willing and able to be given to us. So it's a catch to it's a tough battle to be in. But if you're not committed to the program that you hired or the coach that you hired or the program that you enrolled in, and you're not just only showing up doing the work, going through the process of what's being taught to you, but then when you are stuck, if you are not leaning in and raising your hand and saying, hey, I need help, you're waiting for somebody else to hold your hand, or waiting for somebody else to constantly check up and check in on you. You have to take ownership over how you're showing up. I think that's really, really important. And the 3rd here is unaligned expectations. So I hope this was helpful. Any aha moments, light bulb moments you have, definitely pop it in the comments, just so we can like submit whatever you just heard, whatever word you just got, submit that in, pop it in the comments and let us know. And if you are interested in working together with, or trying to figure out which one of my programs that may be the right solution for the problem that you have, or interested in working one-on-one, I am offering strategy sessions for the next month or two for clients. Or if you just need help figuring out what type of support you need, definitely just click the link in my bio, click the link in the title of this Facebook Live here, or the link I'm just posting now in the comments, and you can schedule a next step call with me. And how these calls work, this is not free coaching, this is not free consulting, it's really helping me get a better understanding of what your problem is, and then letting you know whether or not I'm the best next step for you, or if I can maybe refer you to somebody else to help you get the solution that you need. So if you're interested in working together, just schedule a next step call with me and we can chat. But I hope this was helpful. Definitely take the time to like reevaluate where you're at, the programs you may be enrolled in, and ask yourself those 3 things that we just talked through, and identify maybe what you need to be doing differently, or maybe how you need to be looking for the type of support that you need differently. Any questions, again, or thoughts you guys have, pop in the comments and I'll be responding afterwards. But thanks for joining me. I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye, y'all.